Hello everyone. We have our news for the week, so let's go through everything. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance this time is the Final Fantasy VIII Daily and the Final Fantasy VIII Raid. So, last chance to get those done before maintenance. This week we are getting Final Fantasy I, so we're getting 2 new Neo Visions and we're getting a free NVA. So, log in for that. We get the usual shards for the Neo Vision base, and then we're getting our 25 for the NVA for just login. Also note that the NVA is a free unit. It's a unit that we've gotten for free in the past for 7-star. Just like Wolfadel, we'll get enough to fully max out this unit with this event, so you'll be able to have the extra one from before if you already had it. Usual cash summons for them. Banner shop. They have fragments for both Mystery Crystal and the Crown. So pretty much the standard shop now. Fountain of Lapis is coming back. Usually a good deal there. And we're getting some updates. So first of all, Cornelia Knight Armor. This is from the free unit. So they're boosting the attack from 32 to 55 and giving it Man-Eater Plus, 75% Man-Eater. So that is actually kind of nice. And then the regular trust, they're just boosting the LB fill rate to 100%. So nice, but nothing as big there. And then they're changing all the raw spells to essentially be bolting hits instead of just a single hit. And obviously the power is going up from 140 to 1,000 there. So not everybody's going to be able to awaken them to +3. But pretty much all the raw spells are going to be able to be changed into bolting chaining. So that helps out a little bit. Pretty much the same thing we saw with the Aga spells and going to Chaos Wave Awakened. And then we have Invincible Shield, which is getting boosted. Defense and Spirit doubling there. And then Awaken +2 adds some abilities to be awakened, unlocked. So overall, not bad here. The change for the spells to be bolting definitely frees up some options with chaining. So new units mean new vision cards. So first one comes from Fledgling Warrior. So he's a tank unit. He's pretty similar to Mont. Pretty much a tank that can deal damage. So he's card, 1,000 health, 100 defense, escape death, 500 health, 300 defense for physical tank only units, and physical tank only units get 100% demon killer. And then Marlith, magic cards, so 100 magic, 50% magic, 25 limit damage, and then Final Fantasy I only units get 500 magic. So pretty much standard series card there. So Final Fantasy I Chronicle fight. Get to fight the Death Eye. And we get the boost. Giant's Gloves maxed out, 45 attack, 6 defense. Final Fantasy I only units get killers, 50% against Dragon, Reaper, and Aquatic. So Final Fantasy I units, that's really nice. And still got the boost attack, which was like 80% or something like that. Unless they boost that as well. And then Sword of Light. So we'll be able to change this into a two-handed sword. 170 attack, 206 defense with 50% defense. And then Warrior of Light versions only. We'll get 20% health and mana return. And then also 500 defense for Warrior of Light only units. And then physical tank units will get 500 defense and 100% limit damage. So, very nice sword for tanks. Wondering if we'll be able to switch back and forth between one-handed and two-handed for that. We'll have to see. But either way, two-handed defense sword is kind of nice. Final Fantasy 1 event is going to be a King Mog. So this is where we get our free unit. And he'll also have his NBA. So in order to fully max him out, you pretty much just got to do all the event stuff. So we already went through his boosted super and trust. And they showcase, aside from the free unit, just a shield, 72 defense, 109 spirit, nullify stone, and 15% evasion. Not terrible. And there is a challenge down here against the Elemental Fiends. We'll be able to get another Mystery Crystal from this. So we'll have to see just how hard that is. And we'll also get more fragments for the free unit, it looks like. And then the banner. So the 2 Neovision units. Non-premium standard, so we're looking at like 42,000 to Pity 1, which is just running through 2 laps, essentially. So, Fledgling Warrior, physical tank with a Brave Shift. Both versions tank. So he gets to Brave Shift for 4 turns and then has to wait 3 turns to shift back. Super, rather nice, 800 health, 50 attack and spirit, 100 defense, 100% health. And physical tank units get 500 defense and Demon and Reaper Killer. Regular Trust, kind of what we've been seeing with the other series stuff. It's a series only materia. Pretty much 50% to every killer for the series, and then attack and defense is plus 500. Standard tank stuff there. And the other unit is a Super Limit Burst magic unit. Super 232 Magic Sword. Final Fantasy 1 only units get 500 magic from it, and everybody else can get 50% Beast and Plant Killer. And then regular Trust, Insect and Plant Killer 50% when using Sword and Rod. Alright, so let's take a look at what these units look like on the JP side. So first we'll look at what the free unit is getting boosted. So for going Neovision, he gets triple cast, which is going to help him out a lot. Dark Bolting reduces fire, water, wind, earth, and dark resist. So not bad there, 72x, pretty standard for a free unit. He gets this one 40x with 12% health stack and 120 dark down. Doesn't make a lot of sense for that. I mean, for sacrificing health, you'd figure the modifier would be a little bit higher, or at least match the chaining one for a finisher. So EX, standard EX, EX2, fill limit at start, EX3, 500 attack. So a couple of nice things is he gets 100% limit, 50 double hand, and another 200 double hand there. He gets 100 chain cap. He gets 150 limit damage. So essentially maxed out, or at least Neovision awakened at level 120. He's going to self-max his double hand at 400. He's going to self-max his limit damage at 300. He'll have 100 chain cap, so he only needs 100 more to max out. He also gets 100 to like every killer, and some modifier boost to some of his stuff, which is quite nice. He'll be able to awaken his dark and fire moves to +3 for the bolting changes. And then the super limit burst. So 24x hit. Decrease defense and spirit by 87 first. 125 fire, water, wind, earth, and dark resist down. 230x hit. And then he'll also boost limit damage by 50 for 4 turns. So EX3 he'll be able to pretty much set up and then do a even stronger limit later. The limit boost is only for himself and Garland, the 7-star version. So it's not for everybody in the party. But overall, I mean, he'll be a decently fun unit to play around with, especially because he's going to be free and we'll be able to EX3 him for free as long as you farm the event and get everything. So next we can look at Marlif. So our super limit burst magic unit. So obviously fire based, standard non-premium Magnus for boosting fire damage. A physical attack that's absolute mirror chaining. So we can imbue this one. And then she gets interesting cooldown. Add modifier. So this is your raw spells essentially. So she can boost 200 to herself and somebody else, and also for the rest of the party, give them triple black magic. So she'll give them 200 modifier and triple black to be able to chain with, which is nice. And then she gets quad cast herself. Triple cast default. Nice amount of beast, human, plant, and demon killer though, 200% there. Dual wield unit, so she gets the chain cap, but the chain cap is not limited to dual wield, which is really nice. And mostly fire spells. She can also imbue the team with fire and boost them 25% there. She does get 2 lightning spells, but her main focus is definitely fire. So her base limit, 125 fire down, self boost limit 150, and then 150x. And the super limit version, 135 fire down, demon and insect killer for herself, 300x hit, and then a 300x modifier to her uh, fire spell. So using her super limit and then the boost there, she can add 500x to the spell. Rather nice there. And then we can look at Fledgling Warrior. So our tank, and probably the main focus overall. So standard tank stuff, being able to break attack and magic, being able to remove attack and magic boost from the enemy, defense scaling damage, 75% mitigate, barrier and some resist there. He'll also start with physical cover, just like most of all the tanks that we get now. He should be able to enhance protect to +3, just like Mont. And the base limit, 135x hit, 85 magic break, 87 attack break, 70% mitigate, 70% physical mitigate, and then 75% type against aquatic demon, dragon, and reapers. And it's 24 hits. And then his shift, pretty much a lot of the same. Still has the cover. He does get a general mitigation for himself only at 99% for 1 turn, which is pretty insane. So if you know there's one really big hit incoming that he'll take all, you can use that and take next to nothing. We've seen this type of stuff with Daisy and Fairy types on the Genie trial per se. So that reduces damage a ton. He can also use his limit gauge to revive all KO'd allies. 10 turn cooldown on that. And one of his most interesting things in the shift is this cooldown here. Can only use it on turn 4, and it's a 4-turn cooldown. So it's got physical mitigation of Demon and Reapers for both physical and magic, 85% just for 2 turns. But the main thing is it boosts limit damage of all allies for 2 turns. So 30x for physical damage, magic stacking, physical with defense scaling, magic with spirit scaling, and physical stacking. 15x for physical that ignored defense and magic that ignore spirit and evo damage, and then he gives himself a 60x modifier. So he can boost everybody else up quite nice with that. So that is probably the single most interesting thing I find about him there. And then his shifted limit, he does light damage 180x, 85 magic break, 89 on the attack break, 75 general mitigation, 75 physical mitigation, and then still the 75 type against the same aquatic demon, dragon, and reapers. And also it's a chaining move instead of 7x hits, so have to weave that in a little bit instead of just a single hit. So overall, he's a lot like Mont that we just got. He's got a little bit different things. For one, he's not fully locked into fire, although his shift is locked into light. And he can boost everybody's limit damage, which is interesting. So that's pretty much all the news we have. I'll probably be using some EX tickets and see what we can get. Anybody that decides to pull it out, we wish you luck. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.